Hello, it's Adrian from AccuRC here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your Taranis QX7 to be used as a USB device for AccuRC. You have to do a little bit of config in the radio first, set up some channels, just like you would do in a normal model. So first of all, I'm just going to show you what I've set up on mine. You only need 6 channels, you don't need to configure too much there. So I'm on my AccuRC model memory, and so I've got my inputs. So I've got my 4 throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder, which are the 4 basic ones, and then I've got 2 more set up for switching functions. We'll come to that in a minute. So one's on switch F, which is a 2 position, and one's on switch C, which is a 3 position. And then the inputs match that as well. So that's your 6 channels for your main controls. It's really important that you plug the radio in first. So you switch the radio on, plug the radio in to your mini USB, and then open up AccuRC. Okay, so started up AccuRC. My transmitter's plugged in. It's in USB controller mode, which will ask you to do when you plug the transmitter in if you're on 2.2 or more. So click on transmitter, and then I've already preset one up here for the Taranis using USB. But I'll show you what I've set up. So click on device. The preset's Taranis, game controller, and then if you've got multiple USB devices plugged in here, like joysticks and steering wheels and stuff like that, you can make sure that it's on your Taranis here. So once you've got it set up in devices, you then go to calibrate. It's really important before you do the calibration in AccuRC to do a device calibration. Don't pay too much attention to what is doing what. So when I'm moving the elevator, it's moving that bit, and that's the throttle there. But don't worry too much about what is doing what in that one. It doesn't matter what is what, because we've configured it. We'll configure it in the simulator. So it's really important that you do calibration in the game controllers thing first. You don't always need to, but it just avoids any problems later on in the configuration, and it gives you better resolution as well. So the resolution here is then multiplied by the simulator. So if you're not getting very much travel in on your bars. Here, you're not getting full travel, then what you'll end up with a very low resolution, and it won't fly as nicely. Okay, so click on settings and then calibrate, and then it will take you through the calibration wizard. So once you've done the calibration there, you can then go back to AccuRC and do the final calibration here, just to make sure it's all perfect. So click next, center all the sticks, including the switches, apart from the 2 position obviously, and then move things in circles, move your switches, and finish. And then when you go to channels, you can just make sure that everything's moving as it should be. And then functions. Now I've set functions up here so that I've got my RPM 1, 2 and 3 on there, and throttle hold on the 2 position switch. Now you can this is quite flexible. If you've used Clean Flight or Betaflight, it will be quite familiar. So you can move these little bars around. If the control dot, these dots here, is between the 2 dots with the light green bar, then the panel turns green, and that means that one's active. So now that's RPM 2, RPM 3, and channel and throttle hold here. There's a nice little reverse button. Now if you wanted to use the momentary switch on your radio to toggle something on and off, there's this toggle mode here. So when it toggles once, it goes on, and when it toggles again, it goes off. On, off. So you could use your momentary switch to switch something on and off if you wanted to. There's loads of different settings here: ground light, rescue, weapons, blah. and then you've got the plane tab and the drone tab as well, so you can set these all up separately. Similarly, in the channels tab, there is a plane and a drone and a car config too, so if you could have different setups for different types of models as well. Okay, and that is how you set your Taranis QX7 or similar up on AccuRC via USB. Thank you very much. Goodbye.